Hello my friends, welcome to another video. And if you're a man over 40 and you want to get your first pull-up, these are the things you need to consider and to do to make it happen. The first thing you need to consider is your capacity to recover. You're not 20 or 30 anymore, therefore you have to approach your strength training in a different way. Less is more, and I'll explain you why. Basically, science says that we need to target a specific muscle group or a specific movement 2 or 3 times per week, but sometimes due to lifestyle, stress and history, doing more than that or even doing 3 times per week can be too much. So the approach has to be less. It means that sometimes getting 1 training per week or 2 trainings per week is going to be more than enough for you to win the strength and the capacity to do your first pull-up. The second factor is your mobility on your shoulders. And basically, if you haven't moved too much for the last couple of years or maybe decades, you're not going to have the capacity to move, or probably you are going to get an injury if you train hard from the beginning. And we need to address the mobility of the shoulder first, so then we are able to address the strength part of the exercises. Third, you're not going to improve your pull-ups or getting your first pull-up just by trying to do pull-ups. It doesn't work like that. You need to block that on your nervous system and also in your muscles. So the approach is mobility and then strength, and build the capacity over time, session after session, in a progressive way. So these are the top exercises you need to do in order to get your first pull-up over 40. The first exercise are shoulder dislocations. These are very important to work on the rotation of our shoulder. So we're gonna grab a resistance band here, and we're going to start from here straight back, and we're gonna raise our arms up and then bring them behind completely until the resistance band touch the back of our body, and then we're gonna come back. This we are going to do it slow and as conscious as possible on how much do we need to widen our arms in order to pass them through. In time, maybe we can improve this capacity until we are able to have a decent capacity of shoulder rotation. Second exercise is hanging, dead hang and active hang. So I'm going to explain both. Dead hang, you're just going to come to the bar and let all your body go down. This will strengthen your grip and it will open up your shoulder to let you stay more comfortably on the hanging position and later on go to your first pull-up. The next variation is the active hang. And in the active hang, we are working with our scapulas. We're bringing them down, and our shoulders as well. So here our scapulas are all up and our shoulders are down, and then I'm going to pull and I'm going to hang in there. This will help you to build the stability on your shoulder and scapulas to get a greater strength for your pulling capacity. Next exercise is holding on the upper position. This will build the strength and the resistance on your lats to hold your pull-up down. The way you train it is you just come to a lower bar, you jump, and you hold. You count as much time as you can here, and then slowly go down until you touch the floor. And this you repeat it 2, 3, or 4 times per session. Next exercise is the chin-up. I recommend starting doing chin-ups because they're easier than the standard pronated pull-up, and they will help you build the strength for your first pull-up. Last exercise is the rowing, and this you can do them on bars or on rings, anything that helps you build the horizontal pulling strength after your main vertical pulling strength training. And you can switch to your difficulty just by changing the angle of your body. If this video was useful for you, subscribe to this channel, give a like, and remember that I have launched my first training program called Water Training Foundations, where I teach for beginners and intermediate how to get the first 10 reps on pull-ups and dips, how to control their body weight, and how to learn meditation and inner practices, including yoga flows and mobility exercises, to master your body and your mind all together.